Welcome to the Bo and Luke Show, a podcast designed to inspire you to be better, know better, and do better. You can connect with Bo and Luke on social media at The Bo and Luke Show, or send us an email at fanfeedback@theboandlukeshow.com. Brought to you by Sound United. Without further ado, let's get after it.
Everybody, we have Rodney right now from Men Lawncare Service. Did I get that right, Rodney?
Yes.
Rodney, if you haven't heard of Rodney, he is doing an amazing thing out in the communities right now, which is helping. And Rodney, I'm going to let you explain this a little bit, but it's having people volunteer for lawn care service for the elderly or folks that can't take care of their lawn as well. Rodney is also on the front of some of the Lay's potato chip bags right now. And we'll find one to put on the website that has not been eaten, because both Bo and I have already eaten our bag of chips already. But we'll put one on there. But he's doing an amazing thing. You might have seen him on social media, going around on Facebook and Instagram right now. I know that I have. And Rodney, you're doing an incredible thing just for the world right now. I can't wait to hear more about it. Start off and tell us, where did this idea come from? I mean, how long have you been doing this? You're blowing up, man.
Yeah, so I started the organization after coming across an elderly man outside mowing his lawn. So I'm struggling, pulled over, helped him out. And then, I made a goal myself to mow 40 lawns by the end of winter, because at the time I was getting my bachelor's in computer science. But I moved 40 lawns so quick that I'm going to go to 100 a month and a half later, my 100th lawn. And that's when I came up with the idea of Men Lawncare Service, where I'll still mow free lawns for the elderly, disabled, single parents, and veterans. But now I'll also include kids ages 7 to 17 and show them the importance of giving back to the community. And that's just how it basically started.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And it happened in 2015. Then the organization started January 2016. So,
right. And today, Raising Men Lawn Care is a nonprofit organization. Is that correct?
Yes.
So you take donations, or people can donate to the cause, help support your efforts. And
Yep.
how many states have you personally already been in this year, Rodney?
I'm currently on my 950 state tour. So I'm just finishing up, or almost finishing up my my 950 state tour. I'm currently in my 48th state, which is Kentucky. Then Alaska and Hawaii are left.
So for all of our listeners, think about that. To all 50 states 9 times since you started in late 2015. Yeah.
So I started traveling in 2017 to all 50 states.
Wow.
So like a year after the organization started, I came with the idea to travel to all 50 states.
That's got to be, how does that just play on yourself, on you as an individual and all?
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, I like traveling.
I
don't mind it at all.
So how do you stay, like, what's your battle rhythm? When we ended season 1, Rodney, we had this theme of battle rhythm. Like all of our guests, we had some NFL players, everybody's talking about their daily routine and how they stay active and go after their dreams. When you're traveling that much, I mean, what is a normal day like for you?
Just get in the car and go, find a house to mow, and then keep going. I mean, it's nothing too hard. It's just mainly on the road a lot. That's about it. I mean, when I'm on the road, I don't listen to much music. I like to be able to come up with ideas and stuff. So when I'm driving, I just look at the scenery and just come up and just use my thoughts. I mean, it's a beautiful thing when you get to drive and just come up with ideas. I mean, that's just, every once in a while, I put on some music. I would say 70%, 75% of the time, I'm just listening to my thoughts and come up with ideas for the organization, man. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
man.
That's nice. Using that time wisely.
It's amazing, because I feel like most people would have these types of thoughts, like to do something as awesome as you're doing, but like nobody would put it into action. And then not only that, to keep it going for years and years and get it at the level that you have right now. What makes you different than other folks, man? Because I can tell you, like, nobody else would be able to sustain this, and it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, people say all the time, oh, I had the same idea. But there's only one thing different. I done it. And that's the thing. People won't do it. People have these great ideas, but they don't know where to start. And people come to me all the time saying, oh, I want to do something like you. How do I start? And I just tell them it's simple. Just go on Facebook and post, I'm mowing free lawns. And that's how you start. And that's the exact same way, how the organization started. After I came across the elderly man, I just went to Facebook and told people I want to mow free lawns. And that's how it started. So it just takes people just to start, and you figure out everything else later on, but just get the ball rolling. You gotta get it, get it moving before, jump in the car and go down the hill. A lot of people see all the things that are happening with the organization and stuff and say, oh, you get all this wonderful stuff, but it doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. You have to want to do it. I love helping people. I love mowing, and a lot of people are not dedicated. I mean, they see the end result or the result, but they're not willing to put the work in to get to that point. So it's just, just doing it, a lot of people are not willing just to get in the road and drive to all 50 states. They might not have the time or whatever, but it's just being dedicated to what you believe in, and people will help you out with your mission.
It's phenomenal. It is amazing. You think about, Luke, everything Rodney just said, and it's literally about just taking action and doing it, and not letting your own thoughts and worries or distractions get in your way. And be consistent, right? Just over and over and over, just keep going and going and going, build that system, and the results come.
That's right.
Pretty cool.
It reminds me of that saying, like, the easiest way to finish something is to start doing it.
Yeah. Think about the number of people you've met that have never even stepped out of their own state.
Yeah. That's one thing I want to do, like with the organization. I do a bunch of 50 state tours for different causes, but one thing I want to do is a 50 state tour for take one or two kids, probably 2 or 3 maybe, that have never left the state. Never left the state. So I take 2 kids that are in Huntsville that come out and mow with me, that never left the state. They come from maybe a single parent household and really had the odds against them. But if I take them on a 50 state tour, and then we go mow in each state, and then I let them try different foods in each state, and we go visit different, visit parks and museums. I mean, the potential, and then be like, wow, I can, wow. They will see so much, and you would tap into that potential. And if you tap into a kid's potential, anything is possible. So many kids never have their potential tapped. So to do that and open a kid to a much wider viewpoint, not just Alabama, but the whole United States, and see anything is possible. The skies, they can go past the sky, they can go to space, they can do whatever they want to.
Yeah, no, that is spectacular. Rodney, I was watching and prepping for the show. I was watching a clip on the Today Show with Megyn Kelly, and something that you said stood out. It really stood out to me, going beyond the mowing lawns, and it was your mission. It just embodies who you are, and that's the act of kindness. And you made a comment in that interview about, it doesn't have to be mowing lawns. It can be anything. You can help somebody with their groceries. You can say, hi, how are you doing? Are you having a good day? Just being kind to your fellow human beings. It's so powerful, and the message is on point.
Yeah. I mean, there's, like I said, many ways to be kind or give back. Like you might be good at fixing cars or something, and you were thinking about a way how to give back. Well, if you're good at fixing cars, use that talent and give back. And you will see that when you do stuff for free, the blessings come even more than what you will get, paying you to do it. So, just use your gifts, use your talents or whatever, and give back. That's what I suggest to people.
That's awesome.
Rodney, who were you inspired by anybody to give back? Like, I just feel like most people aren't as giving as you are. And I was just wondering, did you learn that from somebody, or did you develop it on your own? Like, where did this come from? Because it's awesome.
Just the way, you being brought up from my parents, just teaching me how to give back whenever I can and helping others. So
nice.
That's where, I probably get it from.
That's awesome.
Hey, Rodney, you're in Huntsville now. Did you grow up in Huntsville? Has that been home for a long time? Is that where you grew up?
Yeah, I'm originally from the island of Bermuda.
Ah.
So that's where I'm from. I came to the United States when I was 16 to attend boarding school. And then, after boarding school, went to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, then to Alabama, where I'm currently am. So that's where I was born.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you're meeting all these people, you mow their lawns for them, you get your picture with them. Sometimes you do some videos with them and you post them out on Facebook and social media. Have there been 1 or 2 or maybe more individuals that you've mowed for that really stuck to your mind Maybe it was they were funny, or they're just their level of gratitude that they showed to you?
I mean, mostly everyone, very appreciative. Remember meeting last year, meeting a World War II veteran out in maybe Ohio or somewhere. And, just hearing his story firsthand, they remember like it's yesterday. He's one of the people that stand out, But everyone has a unique story. And it's pretty cool to be able to go this is my 9th 50 state tour, and each tour I'm doing it for different causes. So every time I do a 50 state tour for different cause, I'm touching a different area that might not have known about the organization and learning about that area. And like I done a tour for breast cancer last year, October. And, just think about breast cancer. You normally think it's women, only women, but, learning from it, you realize that men could get breast cancer too, and learning the different types of breast cancer. So, just stuff like that, learning, meeting new people and hearing their story and sharing their story,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would imagine the veterans, as a veteran myself, I have my war stories. They're like, thank you. They're like, they happen. It's like they happened yesterday, no matter how long ago it was. So I can imagine having some pretty cool conversations with those folks. That's nice. Luke, what say you, my friend?
I'm just floored, man. I mean, Rodney, you're so giving. I'm glad that Lays has called it out to get you. Has life changed at all since you've been on the bag? Like, because now I'm picturing like, oh my gosh, if I were on the Lays bag, I'd be like, man, there's like 2 million lawns that I need to mow.
No, I mean, nothing's really changed. Just people hearing your story and finding out about you and stuff like that.
Yeah. Do you have a backlog of lawns? I mean, are you overwhelmed with the number of people who want you to mow their lawn? And I know you can't, I'm sure you probably can't do everybody.
Yeah. I mean, I try to keep it small, especially like when my lawns in Huntsville, where I live. I try to keep a small amount. I take new lawns here and there, but I can't take on too much because, I'm always on the go, for a tour or delivering kids mowers that complete the 50-yard challenge. So I can't take on a lot, and it's just me. So, yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about the 50-yard challenge. And after you started, how long was it into you starting before you decided to do the 50-yard challenge for young, both boys and girls? And just tell us a little bit about what that is and what they have to do.
Yeah, so that 50-yard challenge probably started the summer of, around May 2016. I got a message from a lady by the name of Shannon that lived in Wichita, Kansas. She had a son by the name of Andre, and I got a message from a lady by the name of Lori, who had a grandson that lived in Marion, Ohio, and they wanted to get their kids involved because they saw us on the news. And that I told them both, if your kids mow 50 lawns, I'll come down there and bring them a brand new mower, because at the time you was only giving out, I only said mowers because, we're not big as we are now. So I said, we bring you a brand new mower for them. And they went on and completed the 50-yard challenge. And I took them a brand new mower to them. And that kind of gave birth of the 50-yard challenge, and we start pushing it. And now we have about 1,300 kids nationwide taking part in it. And then we have kids in 8 other different countries as well doing it too. And
Rodney, did we lose you?
We lost Rodney. But right now would be a great time to talk about if you're like low on energy, or if you're feeling a little down, you could try some FNX Shakes. If you go to fnx.fit, use the code word Bo and Luke, say Bo and Luke sent you in the code portion, and you'll get a discount. And that's going to help you be healthier, more attractive when you look in the mirror or to other people, which during the pandemic, you might not see other people. So we're paying attention to the mirror, but it's going to be really good for you and good for everybody else.
That's right. And everybody loves a discount.
That's right.
And it's a discount that does not expire. You can use it on your entire purchase. So you can use it over and over and over again. Code Bo and Luke.
Bo and Luke.
Yeah, at fnx.fit. Good stuff.
Hello.
Hey, Rodney, welcome back.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, the phone overheated, so.
Yeah, isn't that great? Technology is awesome until it's not.
Yeah.
So let's pick back up. We were talking about the 50-yard challenge.
Yeah.
You got it kicked off, the first couple people, and then you decided now you have close to 1,300, you said, in the U.S. and you're in 8 other countries.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so we have kids in 8 other different countries as well taking part in it. So those kids are in Canada, Bermuda, England, Australia, Germany, Japan. So I said Bermuda. So Canada, Bermuda, England, Australia, Germany, Japan, Sweden, and it's one more place, South Africa, that's taking part. And we just had our first kid internationally completed while I've been on the road, and they're in Germany.
Yeah, you're gonna make a trip to.
Yeah. So yeah, he's American on a U.S. base out there, and yeah, I plan to go out there probably next year, and I can't go right now. Not too much going on.
Yeah. Yeah, travel still restricted, but that'd be phenomenal.
Yeah.
And that's a good note. When you're doing something like Rodney is doing and you're giving back to the community in a big way, and you've started, I mean, just to look how it's exploded in 4 years. I mean, you're international, 8 different countries. Yeah. All just being kind to the people that you're serving is powerful.
Yes,
super
sir.
Powerful.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So when they complete the 50-yard challenge today, what is it that you provide to them?
Yeah. So now they get, once they complete the 50-yard challenge, they got a brand new lawnmower, weed eater, and blower.
Wow.
Completing it. So a lot of kids go on and start their own lawn care company if they want to. So
yeah. Oh, I remember. Yeah, that's phenomenal. I remember kids, young people that I went to high school with that got into the lawn care business. And I remember stories specifically where like a parent said, okay, I'm going to buy you the lawnmower and the weed whipper, to get you started.
Yeah.
And then they were just off to the races, creating a full landscaping and lawn service.
Yeah.
So what they're doing is earning their way to that point, the start of their own business potentially.
Exactly.
How super is that? Luke, you need to find some in your neighborhood.
Dude, that's amazing. I was just thinking that same thing, like not only how many people you're helping out with getting their lawns mowed, but teaching young men skills that can transfer not only to starting like a landscaping company or lawn mowing company where they're making money out of it, but they're learning business skills at a very, very, very early age, which can be very formative during those years. Like I'm sure, Rodney, you're creating a ripple effect amongst communities that you won't even be aware of until decades down the line, right? And making a big difference in people's lives, which is huge.
You don't really see that. I tell people all the time, they ask me, "Oh, do you see the effect that you're having?" You see it a little bit, but it's like when a horse is in a race. When they're in a race, they have these blinders on to keep them straight and keep them focused. So that's what I believe God is doing with me. Just keeping me focused on the main goal, and that's helping people and encouraging kids. You don't want to get too big-headed and too cocky. You just want to stay focused on your mission and just keep moving.
Do you almost ever feel like it's not even about the lawns sometimes?
I mean, I hear that a lot. Yeah, I mean, you can say that. It started with the lawns. Probably it's more than just the lawns now. So yeah. It's definitely more than that right now.
Nice. I remember, you think about, God, it encompasses so many things, especially with the kids and what skills they're learning. And it's about their commitment and dedication and building a work ethic along with actually, I mean, I remember when my oldest daughter started, when it was okay for her to get behind the lawnmower and mow the yard, those first, 5 or 6 times, she missed a lot of spots and the lines weren't straight. So, you mow 50 lawns. Think about Luke, you mow 50 lawns. You're getting really good at that craft, right? Yeah. And we've talked about that in the past about, regardless of what you're doing in life, whatever your work is, try to be the best at that.
Yeah,
that's right.
Right. And that's what you're teaching. That's a byproduct of what's being taught to these young kids and really setting them up for whatever they go on to after the 50-yard challenge.
Yeah, that is, it's just a stepping stone.
Yeah.
Definitely a stepping stone.
Yeah. Super nice. Awesome.
Cool. Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah. So Rodney, where are you headed next?
Yeah. So right now, just completing my 48 state. So I headed back to Alabama, then probably fly out to Alaska and Hawaii probably next week or so, everything's changed with COVID. So
Yeah. So when you fly to Alaska and to Hawaii, how do you do that logistically with your equipment? Do you have to rent equipment when you get there?
yeah, I rent or borrow equipment.
Do you?
Yeah, so in Hawaii, I normally go to Home Depot and rent a lawnmower. Hawaii and Alaska, I think the last few times someone let me borrow a lawnmower. So
super cool.
Yeah,
that's so cool.
Yeah.
So now the lawnmower that you have, that's in a lot of your pictures with it's painted all in the American flag colors.
Mm-hmm.
Is that one that you keep with you, like when you're driving and you're towing it on a trailer behind you?
I mean, everything's back in the trunk, so out on the trailer.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
no trailer, huh?
I got 5 lawnmowers in my little car right here.
Oh wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so the ones that each tour, I try to customize lawnmowers specific for that cause,
Mm-hmm.
whatever I'm mowing for, and I auction the lawnmower off at the end of that tour, and give 100% of
nice.
the money to a charity associated with the cause that I'm mowing for. So, in back of me, I have a customized lawnmower of the United States flag, Gold Star Family POW, and Purple Heart recipient lawnmower, and they're currently being auctioned on, and at the end of the tour, I will give them to charities associated with those causes.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's pretty awesome.
Cool.
How often do you have to change the oil in that car you're driving?
Every. I mean, that's not too bad. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad. Every 4,000 miles, 3,000 miles.
Yeah, and all the driving 9 times. How many different cars have you gone through?
Oh, I've done it. The first tour I done in my dad's car, then the other 8 tours have been in this car right here.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And I saw something recently. Was it one of the car companies donated or gave you a car after this tour's over, or gave it to the organization?
Yeah, the National Ford. So Ford in Michigan, they give me a brand new Ford Edge, 2020. Nice. Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's great support.
Yeah,
I love seeing that. Yeah, big companies. Think of Ford Motor Company, Lay's Chips.
Yeah.
Supporting the cause. It's just fantastic. And so what you've created goes way beyond. It's just amazing how far it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been a cool journey. It's been a cool journey.
Cool. Rodney, how can people donate? What's the best place for people to find out information about you and maybe donate to the cause, get their kids signed up for the 50-yard challenge? Tell our listeners how they can do that. Yeah,
so we have a website at weareraisingmen.com where you can donate if you want. You can also sign your kids up for the 50-yard challenge. So we have a page for the 50-yard challenge. Just sign them up, have them make a sign saying, I accept the 50-yard challenge. You upload that. Then we send their white shirt off with instructions and as well as lawnmower safety tips, and they get started. And yeah, it's just that simple. And we're trying to encourage kids to get out there and make a difference. It's a year-round project. In the fall and winter, we also include raking leads and snow shoveling. So if they don't want to mow lawns, they can snow shovel or rake leaves or pick up trash.
Nice.
That's so cool.
That's so cool. Luke, any parting thoughts for Rodney?
Rodney, just thanks so much from all of our listeners. I know they're all going to say thank you. So thank you from everybody for everything you're doing. You're doing an awesome thing, man. Not only, for folks that need their lawn mowed, but for helping young folks out there really find their way in life and learn valuable skills, man. Just life skills. It's couldn't be prouder to have you on the podcast, man, and to get to know you. So this is great. Yeah, man. I really appreciate you guys reaching out and, having me on the show. It's an honor. Absolutely.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. And we truly wish you all the best. Be safe.
Thank you, man. Oh, yeah.
Be safe. Be safe. Be safe. Be safe. It's a lot of travel and safety first.
Yeah. And you guys too, man. Be safe out in this world of COVID.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Take care of yourself, Rodney. Thank you.
You guys too, man.
Take care.
Man.
Yep. Peace.
Bye-bye.
Tune in for a new episode every Thursday. You can subscribe to our email newsletter for information on upcoming guests, giveaways, and more. Rate, review, and subscribe. Thank you to our sponsor, Sound United, for quality broadcast audio throughout Season 2.